Okay, I'm going to be recording this post-narration with the sound mostly muted. Like, you're only going to hear my voice because at the time of me recording this, I had some issues with my recording audio. I apparently had several things going at once that caused a really bad echoing effect that was rather painful to listen to. Apparently, this also happened when I was streaming that Final Fantasy Dissidia game. Oh man, I feel sorry for Lana having to endure that. That must have been terrible. But just, anyways, I went ahead and wanted to show off. I did indeed complete Infernal on a story map, chapter 20 if you're curious, and ooh boy, that was kind of close. This is the only one I could manage since it's about the... Holy god, I got a hero sword. Wow, really? A hero bow? 5 stars, too. Really? Well, Infernal's good for something at least. Got a couple of brave weapons, and... Ooh, a brave sword. Hero tome! Oh, yes. That's definitely something that's going to help later, I'll say that much, but yeah, I wasn't expecting to win this. This was more of an experiment to see how close I could get. And I worked my butt off to beat this map, too. I mean, I was in there for about almost half an hour of the game time trying to beat that. And this game only gives you an hour at the most per map, so I was afraid I was going to run out of time and get a timeout. But no, not really. But, I also got my plus support for Niles and Owain, which I did record, but with the echo effect in play, it was pretty bad to actually listen to, so I tried to see if I could fix it, but that was no good. It was beyond help. But while they're doing their stick here, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about... Okay, so this map was something else. The enemies were really hard to kill. Not impossible, but really hard, and they hit like a truck, so what I ended up having to do... I did bring in Soul as an ability, because Owain didn't have it. Although I wish I did have it, because that would have saved me a lot of grief later in the map. But at the same time, I will say that it was very rewarding to actually pull it off. I actually felt like this was hard, but rewarding. Being able to complete something like that. It didn't really frustrate me, for the most part. It felt like a legit challenge. And, you know, that's the kind of thing I can appreciate. The Infernal Blessing thing, I kind of wish Infernal was just built into the game, and you didn't need a blessing for it. But I do appreciate the fact that Infernal in this game feels a lot more fair than Infernal does a lot of the other games. And I can appreciate that, definitely. If your people are a high enough level and you have a decent enough weapon, you can pull this off. It just takes a while. That is if you pick the right map for it. I mean, if you have to protect someone, or you have to make sure that someone survives at the end, yeah, just stick a fork in them, they're done. You're not going to be saving them. But if it's just defeat all enemies, that's easy enough. You can pull that one off. It just requires some setup, really. I had Gale Force on Owain, which kept his Awakening gauge nice and full, which helped a lot to speed things up a bit. Otherwise, I probably would have ran out of time. Having some strong attacking abilities helps a lot here. Anything that lowers defense, like Armor Strike, Luna, anything to increase your stats. Astra helps, obviously. Just coming here with a nice skill build is pretty much all you need, though. You don't have to go all out here. Well, the support's done. Now, I can't use those S-rank weapons just yet because I need to get the crests that allow for S-rank weapons, and those are hard to get, I've noticed, because it requires the character to have a lot of their items on hand, and that either requires support abuse or requires you to go to arenas where they show up and beat them down there. Whoo boy, that's gonna be a thing. But at least I have the weapons now, so that's cool. Oh man, I'm just imagining my mages with that 5-star hero tome. Delicious. But, but yeah, not much more to say there. Let's see, got about a minute left, or 2 minutes actually. So what to wrap this up with the rest? Well, Nemhi did tell me some hints on how to make these challenges in History Map a little more bearable. He recommended me grind out the Mage Slayer technique that you get in it's called like the Mage Breaker, which you get in the Grief story map, the same one which I'm actually having trouble with right now. But I've unlocked it, but I'm having trouble finding a tome that has that on it. I'm probably gonna have to grind out a mage-related map, like through a timed oppression map, and hopefully I can get one that way. I'm not making any promises on that, though. My luck isn't really great getting those abilities to show up. But hey, at least you don't have to unlock them, right? That's certainly a thing. But, yeah, I still have to do that. Having the Mage Breaker will help considerably, though. Since mages are very hard to kill with magic weapons under normal circumstances, so having that would definitely be nice. And it's about the only ability you get that's effective against mages. Well, I suppose if you're fighting Leo or Elise and they're on horseback, you could also use the Horse Slayer? It lowers your strength, but I suppose you could use that. But they're not my major problem most of the time. Most of the time, it's the freaking sages, mages, summoners, etc. that are the problem. Since they're setting up traps and you have to kill them quickly. That's what I need something for. But, we'll see what happens. And I show off that I do indeed need some of Owain's items still. Quite a few of his silver ones. Also some Myrmidon gear, but that's easy enough to get. I'm not too concerned about that. But that's where I'm going to stop for now, since I'm almost out of time. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.